Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Living Life at LifeU. I am your host, Dr. Veronica Garcia, and today we are joined by a student of the undergraduate program, Stan Vandierendonck. Did I say this correctly?
Correct.
Awesome. Hi, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on this podcast, Veronica.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So talk to me. I understand you're in the undergraduate program, and rumor has it you're on your third degree.
Yes.
All right. Where were you? Where did you start in the program, and where are you at now?
So I got the opportunity to transfer from Belgium into the business program. And then I got the opportunity to continue. I did computers. And then now I decided to do the third one, Interdisciplinary Studies. So,
That's amazing. That's
yes,
amazing. When did you start? When did you finish the other two?
So I finished in 2021, and then I finished last March. And then I had this opportunity to play one more season to contribute to the team of men's soccer. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
That's awesome. Yeah. So men's soccer,
yes,
Belgium. 3 degrees. I have so many questions. All right, let's start with what brought you to Life University from Belgium.
So basically, I always had this dream or like this vision when I was a kid to see like how the American dream works.
Yeah.
Also to combine sports with education. And where I come from, it's actually, you go into soccer or you go into education. And there was no really like the perfect balance, although they trying to get there, but America was known for it. So then I tried to find a way to come here. I tried first to a different university, but it turned out that, some resources led me into Life University, tried to discover this area, had some conversations with people, and here I am. Fifth year.
Amazing. 5th year. That's amazing. How was that transition from coming from Belgium to here to the US?
Well, first and foremost, it's almost like you come into a new country, you need to get adapted to the new culture. You try to make connections, but at the same time, you try to get everything like slowly, like the progress takes time. But then whenever you play soccer, in my case, it makes like everything so much easier. You connect on the field, you connect outside of the field, you make teammates. And everything went really smooth and I can't complain. Like it was a good experience so far.
That's awesome. That's beautiful to hear.
Thank you.
When did you start playing soccer?
Okay, so I started playing soccer when I was 7 years old.
Oh, what a baby.
So my parents just threw me into the unknown and they were like, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
25.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So talk to me about transitioning into the soccer team at Life University itself. Did you start it with the soccer team on your first quarter or how did that happen?
Yeah, so the main reason to come to Life University was really for the program because like you, especially where I come from in Belgium and the Netherlands and Europe in general, we have this kind of feeling for like, okay, let's go through a scholarship, like a sports scholarship. And then we came here, we got the opportunity to play soccer and then education as well. So for me, it was like, focusing on soccer and at the same time education as well. But it was for me like, how is the program doing? How are the results? What is the culture? And the fact that we have so much or so many international players is something that is like, it's a richness.
It allows for the transition for us international students to when we come into a unknown space to be a little bit smoother when there's people around you that are having similar experiences, whether they're from the same country that you are or not, for that experiences to be like, oh yeah, I'm also experiencing that. And how can we help each other?
Exactly. And so in the beginning too, like I had players from England, Scotland, France, like whatever you can imagine, Iceland, Netherlands. So it made everything like nice. So, new cultures, new languages. But at the same time, you also see the differences on the field. Like people had a different background, people had a different vision about like tactics. But it made everything so much more interesting. And here we are, like.
So what are you doing right now? Is this your last year playing?
Correct. Like I had like an injury. Came back from it. And then now the season will start on Sunday.
Yay!
Still conference game. And so, yeah, like looking forward, trying to get the championship as so many teams want. But yeah, this is the goal.
And do you have a specific role in the team besides, I think are you part of midfield?
Correct. I'm midfield and I'm the captain too.
Ooh!
Yeah.
We're not sitting with just anybody, guys.
I mean, it's a role that it's mostly like, you know, captain on the field or off the field is something you create because of people. It's not something that makes you above somebody else. It's just like something where you can help people move better, adapt, integrate. So I just took this role, and you know, thanks to the coaching staff too, because they had the confidence. And yeah, it's nice to help people in general, you know.
That's beautiful. You get to see the pros and the cons of your players and encourage on those pros and strengthen those cons. That's amazing.
It's learning, you know, it's learning every day, but so far so good.
That's really exciting. That's really exciting. So talk to me a little bit about your experience of doing a dual enrollment. So 2 degrees at one time while being an athlete.
Okay, so it requires some discipline.
Yeah.
It requires some scheduling too, but in general, Life University really helped me achieving this because they were like really into, okay, if you're an athlete and especially a student athlete, they really try to understand and realize that if you have a season, like school time might be difficult to attend. So I'm not going to say we don't need to go to class, but they really understand, for example, if we have like, I'm just saying a task or an assignment and we are away, that it might take a little longer because we have a game, we come back, we need to go to the hotel, we come back from Life University. So all of that is really up to Life University, and that's really, I mean, something that I appreciated during those last 4 years. And that provided me this beautiful dual degree.
That's really exciting. Congratulations. And now going for the third, why interdisciplinary studies?
So I'm interested in different things. So first, business. I always had like an interest in finances, the way companies work. Then I went into computers just because I want to know like how it works, especially with AI, especially with like the transition into more digital things, digital, companies turning into like more specific computer related tasks. And I wanted to know how it works behind the scenes. So especially also from a background where my parents were independent, also help them from distance. And then now this third degree was like, okay, let me also get into the psychology part where I understand people more, where I get the perspective of, okay, how things work, and just a general knowledge, let's say.
Yeah. It sounds like you're well-rounding yourself into the professional. Right. So what's the goal? Do you know yet?
Well, the goal, I'm somebody, I try to do my best every day, and you know, you can set goals every now and then, but in general, it's just getting better every day. So we'll see where we're going to end in a couple of years, but I have a vision, and I'm not going to say where I want to be, but I have a direction that I'm following right now, and it's getting there. So step by step, 1% every day, it's enough. And then, doing our best.
That's awesome. If you were to give a piece of advice to 7-year-old Stan.
7-year-old Stan.
What would that be?
Just as I did before, enjoy. Because time flies.
Time flies. Enjoy. I like it. What about 17-year-old Stan?
That's a difficult one. Enjoy it too, because time is flying too. But understand that quality relationships above everything else. Like, you discover people, you discover new places, new identities, new characters. It's all part of growing older and growing up, but it's also really good to value the people around you, and don't forget that. So
yeah, that's beautiful. That's really good. Stan, how would you say that the discipline that you have gathered from having 2 degrees, studying for 2 different degrees, as well as being an athlete, how would you say that discipline can impact the decision of any other person that might be interested in being a collegiate athlete, as well as having more than one degree at the same time.
So you're referring with this question to how can I advise people who want to do the same thing?
Yep.
Just by getting into it, like the people and the resources, for example, the university in general offers, and in this case, Life University, where they offer the coaching staff that provide the schedule for the soccer team. Then you have the professors who require some attention too. So then it's up to you to take that ownership and the responsibility to put it in your little calendar, and then try to make things work, you know. But it will be all right if you spend time for it and then you really dedicate it. Things will work.
Things will fall into place.
Yep.
And I have more of a I'm just curious question. I'm just curious about that culture of playing football and playing soccer in Belgium versus here. What are pros, cons, differences? I want to know all these things.
Okay, so you need to know that the culture in America is changing. So nowadays we have Messi. He's in America, so that's great. I mean, it's beautiful for American football, or soccer, I should say. But in Belgium, like, I don't know if you know too much about soccer, but we were for a long time number one. So I had the chance and the opportunity to grow up in a country that provided all the chances. I had the chance to play in big teams like Anderlecht and Ghent. Thankful for my parents to drive me all the way there.
Yeah.
But it was such an experience that it made me realize when I was older that discipline and, joy were all implemented in the training.
Yeah.
Without me realizing. And then growing older, you realize like, okay, wow, I get all of these tools and I get all of these access and resources provided. And when I look back and I compare it with America, it's like, okay, America is growing. America is really like, they got ambitious and they got some potential too. But there is a difference. Like I can say when you look the youth development centers, for example, things are getting better, but I'm really proud I come from Belgium. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. My favorite soccer player is from Belgium, Courtois.
Oh, okay.
I am a Real Madrid fan. I know I will get some hate because of this, and it's okay.
Wait.
I really am. I'm sorry.
No, I thought you would say Eden Hazard, because that's my favorite player.
Oh, really? That's awesome. That's awesome. So there we go. So yeah, I am a little familiar with soccer thanks to my partner who educated me on all this because I didn't understand it before.
Great.
But now I'm a diehard soccer fan about everything.
Great.
Yeah, especially European. Yeah, we should totally do that. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I really appreciate your insight and your input. And I know that the people that are listening in, especially if you're an international student that's considering the A program at Life University with a program within the athletics department, it's always very similar in that sense. When you're a collegiate athlete, there is a sense of commitment and discipline, like you mentioned, and to maintain that with your studies, because if you fail in your classes, you can't play.
Well, that's part of a college game. Like you need to do the best on the field as well as off the field. Absolutely.
I'm really excited for all the future holds for you. Very proud of you. Congratulations on your 2 degrees, your 3rd one coming, as well as playing. Good luck on Sunday when the season starts.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing. We'll be rooting for you, and we hope you have a beautiful rest of your weekend.
Thank you very much for
Alrighty. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of Living Life at Life U. Bye.